Welcome, episode number 5 of Dear Co. Get into it. Cheers. Dear Co, I met a good woman recently. Intelligent, attractive, decent, thoughtful. We get along well and I want to make a move further with her, but our schedules don't match up. She's free when I work, she works when I'm free. There are a few other issues that go along with that situation too. Is it worth taking a shot for something that's likely to be very temporary anyway? Why so serious? Of course. You never know where it's going to lead you. And I don't know what you're looking for. You may be looking for something more serious, or maybe you're not. If she's mutually interested in you, you guys just take it where it's going to go. I mean, who knows? Even if it's temporary, even though it still could be a good thing. So why would you even be contemplating? Like, I don't understand what the problem is here. I mean, are you just somebody that loves hard? If you love hard and you're going to be more invested than your time will allow, then maybe you do need to fall back. But if you're just somebody that's just looking for, perhaps just want to see where the situation could take you, where you guys can grow together, certainly go ahead, date her, see what happens. I mean, she might be your next wife or your next ex. I mean, who knows? But I think it sounds like it could be a good deal. Have fun. Dear Co, I co-signed for my boy on a credit card. Well, since then, HSBC has been blowing up my phone trying to see what's going on with the account. Every time I try to hit up my friend, he continually gets indignant about the situation and complains as to how life is shitting on him. Then he's telling me how he's called them and is dealing with it, and they'll bring up how former Washington Mutual users have filed a class action lawsuit against them and Chase and so forth. So far, his callous way of handling the situation hasn't affected my credit yet, but I worry that he isn't going to handle this like an adult. Taking him to small claims court would be useless. Homeboy has 4 kids with a girl who is toxic, can't get his stuff together to get his GED. I can go on. I felt bad for him before, but now I just want the cost to end. I don't want to pay this $900 bill, but I just want to put the situation to rest. This unnecessary expenditure is going to dig me a bit deeper into a deep hole I'm attempting to get out of. What do you think should be my next move? I think you need to take him to court. That's what I would do. I would take him to court and, see if they can start garnishing his wages because he owes this money. However, let me just say this. When you co-sign on a loan with someone, when you sign that loan or sign that agreement, you sign that loan to say that you would pick up the slack and that you would pay on it if he should default on the loan. I wouldn't even co-sign for a relative, to be honest. This is your credit. This is how you're going to get through in life, how you're going to be able to buy your house, buy your condo, buy your car, whatever. These things are important. And you can't put that type of thing, this credit score that looms over all of our heads, you can't put that into the hands of our friends, And now also with this loan, you've put yourself in a situation now where you potentially have lost a friendship that never had to die because of some damn money, So it's like, definitely separate money and friends, stop co-signing on loans, and you can have a big heart and not be a bad person and still say no sometimes, okay? Best of luck to you. Dear Co, why can I be getting unconditional love for my dark chocolatiers, but the butterscotch colored bitches always make it a point to let me know they don't normally be feeling light-skinned niggas, and I should be honored just to be given a chance with them? That's kind of extra to me. Like, to me, that's like a backhanded compliment. I get things like this too. I mean, in a different way. Obviously, I'm not, light-skinned, but at all. But people say things to me like, "Oh, you're pretty to be dark-skinned," or normally I don't talk to dark-skinned chicks, but you look alright, blah blah. And it's like, that's a backhanded compliment, and that's just kind of like shitty. Even though people aren't trying to make it shitty, it really just is. And when people come at me like that, I mean, depending on how much time I have that day, I might either decide to school them on how ignorant that it is, or I just keep it moving. I mean, I know some people, they think they mean well when they say things like that, but it just is so ignorant. You have to just, like, shake your damn head. Like, what the fuck? Are you really serious right now telling me that you're making an exception for me? Like, who are you supposed to be? Like, who are you, So I don't know what you're looking for out of these women, but if they're feeling you, I mean, that's already a win. But if you're looking for a serious relationship out of them, then you might have some problems. You might need to be schooling somebody on some things. But if it's just somebody that, I don't know what kind of dude that you are. If it's just somebody you're just trying to, like, whatever, like, Ma, what's good? And she's down for that, then shit, you won. Because she likes you. So, I don't know. Doesn't sound like a problem in that sense, but it's definitely a problem. And, people need to get out of that mode. Next question. Dear Co, advice? I just ended a relationship with a girl because the last 2 weekends have been not so fun for me. We never had sex at all, and I want to tell her that, though there were smaller things. The biggest reason was the lack of sex that made me bored. I don't think I will get with her again if she did put out, but I think she is a nice girl and want her to know that. Should I tell her or should I keep it to myself? Do you ever tell people the truth when you break up with them? I mean, sure, like relationships are a learning experience. I feel like if you break up with somebody, you can tell them the truth, and say this is why we weren't compatible, whatever. But I think in this situation, if she asks you or if you decide to go ahead and approach the subject, be honest. But she's going to think you're an asshole. I mean, because you're going to say the reason why I broke up with you is because of the lack of sex. Don't expect to be looked at as like the good guy. It's because someone that's abstaining from sex probably will not view you favorably. But however, you told the truth, and maybe she can take that forward with her in relationships. I don't know why you need to get our exit interview about it, but whatever floats your boat. Dear Cole, can you change your type? Say lady always goes for A, the loser musician that lives with his moms and is in perpetual state of chasing the dream. B, the musician that's really only in a relationship with the instrument. C, the pretty boy cheater. Can you really ever switch it up, or is it just a pipe dream? Are there any good guys out there? Well, I'll say this. I think, of course, there's good guys out there. I'm certainly not one of those people that thinks that there's, all the men out there are bad, or everybody's trifling, or it's hard out there for a pimp, whatever. I'm not a person that thinks like that. I think that people need to be, and I've said this before in a previous episode, I'm not even sure what episode that it was, but I think that people need to start just being a little more optimistic about the dating pool and their dating lives and take that attitude with them so that they can get, they can attract more prospects and attract better prospects. Now, from the list of guys that you described, I'm trying to understand why you're attracted to people that are that negative, or that offer nothing to your particular lifestyle. So can you change the type of guy that you're interested in? I'm not going to say you can change the type of guy that you're interested in. I would say that, it's on you to widen your dating pool. Start entertaining men that you may not necessarily have before in the past, but you'll find that you can be just as attracted to somebody. They just weren't necessarily your quote unquote type, so look into it and see what, maybe one of these days, one of the guys that you're dating is not going to be, that, pretty boy cheater or whatever. I mean, who even wants that? Like, if you're looking for a relationship, like, who wants that? Why would you be attracted to somebody like that, Hope you guys liked it today, episode number 5. Very short and sweet. And as always, I love you and cheers.